Namaste. I'm Chandralekha, and I am so grateful to be talking at this precious platform as a representative of Indian classical art forms. Today's absolutely beautiful theme, Jigsaw, is aptly suited to how bit by bit and literally one step at a time, dance teaches us, in general dancers, how to realize oneself and look at the bigger picture. And this bigger picture is nothing but of self-discovery. Because I pursue Bharatanatyam, I'm going to be using that as an example throughout. There is so much scientific logic, truth, and beauty behind this art form, and it is hidden. Why do I say hidden? It is because not every eye can see it. It is because not every dancer, even though he or she dances, will realize it. It is actually gradually realized, or rather revealed to a person after years of training in this art form. When the body gets used to the movements, when the body matures into the art form, is when your mind opens up and you realize, wow, this is so beautiful and I'm so lucky to be learning this art form. After years of having undergone training in this art form, 18 to be precise, I'm so grateful to have learned the truth behind this very famous quote from the Natyashastra, which says, Natat Shilpam, there is no sculpture, Natat Shastram, there is no text, Nasa Vidya, there is no knowledge, Nasa Kala, there is no art form, Nasa Yoho, there is no yoga, Natat Karma, no action, Natyesmin Yajornam Drishyate, which is not seen or included in Natya, which is dance. Natya comes from Natyashastra. Natyashastra is a text. It is every classical dancer's holy book. Every single classical art form, Indian classical art form, has been derived from this text, and it is actually a compilation of the 4 Vedas, which I'm sure you all know: Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharvana Veda. It's also known as the 5th Veda, the Natyashastra. Now, because this Natyashastra is a compilation of Vedas, which is nothing but knowledge, it is proof enough that Natyashastra, or Natya, which is dance, is nothing but knowledge itself, but knowledge that exists in the form of a beautiful movement. And this movement is what helps us dancers realize how to unify our mind, body, and soul, and truly go above the mind's limitations. Let me tell you a small story of how I went from a little girl who used to squeak and whine and cry to go to dance class when I was 4 years old, to a woman today who does not like missing even one dance class. From a girl who was previously so unaware of her own capabilities to a woman today who knows her power and trusts in the divine timing of this supreme universe. My mother claims that when I was in her womb, she womb taught me, she herself being a dancer. And when I was 2 years old, she taught me the Samyuta and Asamyuta Hastas and the Navarasas, which I very zealously executed and did. When I was 4 years old, I was admitted to a formal Bharatanatyam training institution, which happens to be my mother's own guru. So I trained alongside with my mother. But I was so small, and Bharatanatyam is something that requires immense discipline when it comes to training. So much discipline in especially the mind. And I was so young that my brat brain did not want to be trained and did not want to be so disciplined. But I went anyway because I respected my mother. 10 years, fast forwarding 10 years, I had to change my dance institution because of certain circumstances. And I was in the performing ensemble in my previous dance class, and I went to being back to the junior batch in this dance class. And so my ego being hot and, you know, teenage phase, all of that, I was so hurt. My ego was so hurt that, oh my God, I have to start learning dance all from the starting again after knowing so much, at least what I thought. And I again made a huge show out of going to class. I wouldn't go. And one day my teacher, my current guru, Srimati Anuradha Vikrant, saw me crying in class. And she asked, what are you crying about? You have to put your ego aside if you want to experience true bliss and true success in this field of art. I don't know if it was the timing of the event. I don't know if it was the way ma'am put it across, but it just hit me. It hit me right in the feels, and I remember thinking, oh my God, not everybody gets a second chance at making your foundation, making your roots, your basics stronger and digging deeper, so that no matter which wind comes your way, you wouldn't be swayed at all. And I then realized that it was a blessing, and I danced my heart out. But at the same time, I also knew there was something missing, which I couldn't quite place my finger on. And this something missing was pointed out to me by my father. Ironically, even though my mother is a dancer, he saw one of my performances and he came up to me and he told me, unless you realize the true essence of India, everything that the land has been through, every king that has walked past, every monument that exists, until you realize the deep-rooted history of India, you will never succeed as a complete Bharatanatyam artist. I was a hot-headed teenager when he told me this, and I obviously didn't pay any heed. But years later, I was fortunate enough, blessed enough, to get some wisdom from my current history guru where I pursue my BFA in Chennai. She gave me little wisdom, but it was so eye-opening that what my father told me years ago made complete sense, and I have never been the same. There is no turning back for me from that point on. I was ashamed that I was oblivious to India's deep-rooted culture, its scientific practices, everything it has been through. I was actually ashamed, but at the same time, at the same moment, I was extremely proud of being 100% Desi. As soon as I realized this, it showed in my performances, and I could feel being complete when I danced. Now, every single day after that, there has been some revelation or another that has been happening to me. Recently, I came across a WhatsApp forward where it was written about how when you join the tip of this finger to this finger, it is connected to an organ and it stimulates better functioning of that organ. Or these three fingers, you know, and a list of mudras like that. And it immediately struck me that every single day I hold it, I use it in dance. We use the Kataka Mukha, we use the Kartari Mukha, we use Tripataka, and we hold it constantly when we dance. And then did I realize we don't just dance because it makes us happy, but we're also giving us so much health by the second when we dance. Even the basic posture that we sit in, which is the Aramandi, it's nothing but a squat. A squat except with the knees spread to the side. It takes immense willpower to push yourself to sit in this posture for 10 minutes, 40 minutes, half an hour if you have to. sometimes even an hour. You have to keep telling your mind to push yourself, to sit in that position, not to get up, to sit in the correct way, because if you don't, then it has the chances to impact your knees and your spine. It is just like how, it is similar to how in the gym you push yourself, you tell your mind to, okay, no, I'm going to do one more squat, I'm going to do one more plunge, I'm going to do one more crunch, and I'm going to hold just 10 more seconds of plank. It's just so much similar to that. How we all realize that our mind is our biggest limitation, and how once you learn how to grow above that limitation, there's bliss. There's bliss on that side, and that is exactly what dance emphasizes to me. In dance, we have a concept called the Navarasas, or the 9 emotions. Shringara is one of them, and Shringara is nothing but love. Shringara happens to be the base. There's a theory that it is the base of all other emotions being happiness, sympathy, fear, disgust, etc. For example, when you're sympathizing with something, you have to have a little love, a little care in your heart to go, oh my God, I feel what you're feeling and I'm so sorry for you, can I help you? There has to be some amount of love. Similarly, how when you're angry at somebody, it is because you either love somebody that you're angry at them, or because something you love has been taken away from you that you're angry at them. And when I realized this, I realized how truly universal dance as a language is, and how universal the message it has to give is. A great person once said, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and to be loved in return. And dance taught me just that. How to love myself, how to spread the love I have within myself to everything around me, and to just keep at it. What better medium than dance to teach me this beautiful lesson, and what bigger picture in life can I learn other than love? I'll leave you with this thought. Namaste. Thank you so much.